Hey everybody, this is Steve Miller, better known as Kelly's dad and marketing gunslinger. Thanks for joining me again on this edition of the Uncopyable Ramblings. I do appreciate that. Hey, I'm getting a lot of emails from you guys with some questions and comments and saying how much you enjoy these, and I appreciate that. But it really do me a lot more good too. And I do. I really appreciate that a lot. But I would also appreciate if you liked and shared these. And so I'm actually going to do a little contest here at the end. So stick around a few minutes for this week's commentary and listen for the contest that I'm going to have for you. So a couple of weeks ago, I did talk about a thing, find a need and fill it, where I said that I believe that is basically bogus, and that the idea is that you have to find an acknowledged need and fill it. And if you don't remember that one or didn't see it, go back and watch it. And if you can't find it, let me know. But I've had questions about people saying, well, what about the importance of awareness? In branding awareness of our company and our products and things like that, and yes, to an extent that is important, but number one, I've never cashed a check on awareness, so there has to be more to it than that. And essentially, I will tack on to that is I will say that you must tack on a persuasion to connect. So awareness without persuasion to connect is really useless then. So then all you're doing is just, and let's look at it from the typical 2x2 consultant box, right? Where let's say that on the bottom side, and I think it's over here is where I've got the box. So along the bottom side, you see, okay, so I've got that you've got people who don't feel they have a need for your product or service, and then people who do feel they have a need for your type of product or service, okay? And then on the left side, going bottom to top, we'll say on the bottom is they are unaware of you, okay? And then on the second box above, they are aware of you. So now if we put those together and we start to look at those combinations, well, if they don't feel that they have a need for your product or service, and they are not aware of you, well, you know what? That's a really hard sell because obviously they don't know who you are. Maybe you don't even know who they are or anything like that. And that's actually the group that you really don't want to pay a lot of attention to, because if you do try to contact them and make them aware of you, but they don't have a need, well, then you have a very difficult sell. It's a hard sell because it now becomes a two-step selling process where the first step is you must sell them on the need. Sell them to acknowledge that they have a need. And then after you sell them on the need, then you have to sell them that you're the one to solve that problem for them. So that's a really, really tough one. If we move over to the right of that, to where they do have a need for your type of product or service, but they are not aware of you, well, then that's kind of like the hope and pray box, where you're hoping that maybe they find you through SEO, which is a possibility, that they go out looking for a solution to their product or service, and then you pop up in the search engine rankings, or that you have a strong enough referral marketing strategy that they happen to have communication with somebody who is either a customer or who does know about you and would refer you to them. So it's kind of a hope and pray box. Now, if we go up the other side and we go up to where people are aware of you, but they don't acknowledge a need, then that's kind of where you get into sort of the drip campaign type of thing, where you want to capture that relationship with them, and get that started. Like I say, awareness without persuasion to connect is really useless, because all you're doing now is you're blasting out to them and hoping that they are aware of you. But if you don't have that connection with them, then you can't really stay in contact with them. So the idea is that initially what you want to have happen in that box is that they raise their hand and they say, I still want to learn some more about you. I still want to create a relationship with you. And so that's really, really important, is that they now become some type of prospect because they do fit the profile of your target market and they have agreed to receive your communications from them. And the purpose of the communications in the future, whether you're sending them newsletters or you're sending them useful content, useful and interesting content, whether you're sending videos that you do like I am right here, whether you do webinars, anything like that, useful and interesting content that they will want to receive, so that when the lightning bolt comes out of the sky and hits them in the head, that says, oh, hey, I have a need. I now need this type of product or service. Who do I think of? See, and then it goes into they are aware of you and they acknowledge the need. And so now when they come into that box, the top right box, we could say that, well, that's the perfect situation. But if all they are is aware of you and they have a need, then you're probably just going to be on the list. All right, is that they will say, okay, I'm going to go out and I'm going to find 3 or 4 or 5, maybe 6 potential vendors, and then you just become one of those. And they contact you and they say, oh, like a request for a proposal or request for quote, or give us a presentation or something like that. And you just become one of those people. And that comes from just awareness and their need. But if you have that communication relationship with them, in other words, you're making a connection with them beyond awareness to where they have agreed to have a communication relationship with you. And in that communication relationship, you are building your credibility, you're building your trust, and you're really anchoring in their mind that you are the source, so that when the lightning bolt comes out of the sky, strikes them, and they all of a sudden have a need, that they don't just think of you first or second or third, that you are the only solution that they want to use. That's what you want. So I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you realize the difference between awareness with connection, and need. Again, reinforcing that they have to have an acknowledged need. And I appreciate if you would share this, pass this out, stuff like that. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say that, okay, the first 5 people who share this on Facebook are going to get sunglasses, like good old what's his name, Target Spot is wearing back there. First 5 people on Target on Facebook, and what the heck? Let's just do this. No, I'll do it this way. First 3 people on Facebook, first 3 people on LinkedIn, and the first 3 people on Twitter who share this, with their group, will get those, and somehow I'll figure it out who you are. Okay, so and I only have a handful of these left, so let's not go wild. So anyway, thanks again for watching. Look forward to seeing you again next week. This is Steve Miller, better known as Kelly's dad, and Marketing Gunslinger. Always remember, be uncopyable.